finally here. The dreaded, stupid, horrible summer is over, and it's finally Halloween month. But waiting all year for this. It's one of the best times of year. It's the month we get to celebrate pure evil. And mostly just get candy. That's what it is. I like the candy. Let's do it. Let's go enjoy the crisp air. Wow, this really sucks. It's warm out, but you got the fall aesthetic there. This is like putting sprinkles on a turd. Why is it warm out, Titan? This sucks. This really sucks. Look, I don't care if it's warm outside, okay? October is October, and I can do whatever I want. So that means I can talk about really niche subjects, like The Nightmare Before Christmas, which isn't niche itself. Well, it was at one point. That's a long story. 1990... Damn, wait, when was this made? Does it say? No, this one says from 2018. When was this movie made? I don't want to look it up. Damn it. I'm gonna have to look it up. 1993. Damn. I thought this was maybe gonna be like a 1997 maybe, or like maybe 95, but 1993? That's insane. Okay, wow. I'm gushing on for way too long about this stuff. In case you don't know, like I said, Nightmare Before Christmas is a 1993 animated film by Tim Burton, produced by him, not directed. People think, oh, this is Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. He directed it. He did not. It was Henry Selick, and he directed this movie. Yes, and it went down as a classic Halloween, Christmas classic, whatever you want to call it. We're going to be debating that right here. And pretty much everybody's seen it. I think everybody's seen it. If you haven't seen it, why haven't you seen it? Why? Are you living under a bridge? I mean, nowadays it could be possible. I mean, everything's so expensive. Why is everything so expensive? It's a great movie. It's a classic. It was kind of, I think, originally conceived as almost going to be like a TV special, kind of like a Rankin Bass movie, but it just ended up being a full-length animated feature film. So that's really cool. Is this movie a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie? Because this movie, if you look at the marketing, it's marketed for both seasons. It's kind of brilliant that way. Because, hey, Halloween comes. It's got Halloween. You can advertise it for Halloween. There's already stuff for it. All throughout the spooky season, you got Nightmare Before Christmas. Why do you think I'm talking about it right now? Christmas is literally in the name, so you can still advertise it during Christmas. So the clear answer would obviously be, well, it's not a Halloween or a Christmas movie. It's both. And I would say that is correct, but I would also not say that it's correct because I would also say that you're wrong. I'm not going to give my opinion until the end of this, but it's an interesting question. So to debate this, I've come up with a little couple of bullet points, if one could say, of really what qualifies as a Halloween or Christmas movie. That's it. That is really the question, is we got to debate what are the key points of these things? What makes a movie feel like a specific genre of that thing? Not necessarily, I mean, Halloween and Christmas movies, they're like their own genre. Like, really, there are subgenres of what they are, of like horror and blah, 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 all that stuff. Really, they're their own genres. Let's be real. So we're going to really talk about the core things that make these movies what they are. Number one is, when does this movie take place? Because a movie taking place in a certain time of year could be just a backdrop for it, or could just be very minimal to the story or whatever, or it could just not fit what the vibe is for it. Like, I'll give an example here. I don't know if you remember this old movie. Old, I say that. Damn, I am old. If you remember Rise of the Guardians, now that is an interesting movie, right? It's a movie, it's the Guardians, and they protect people. I'm not talking about the Legend of the Guardians, the owl one. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the Rise of the Guardians, not Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a lot of Guardians movies out there for some reason. But yes, the Guardians movie. It's basically the Avengers if they were, all the holidays. That movie, in my mind, is very much a Christmas movie because, like, Santa's in it and they take place in the North Pole and...
I don't like it. Painted red.
Is a lot of like cold elements, like still in the winter, kind of. Not to mention the movie came out in November, so of course, like, you see Santa on the cover, North Pole, all that stuff, cold. Yeah, it's a Christmas movie, right? Wrong. That's an Easter movie. It takes place at Easter.
Too Christmassy, right? Paint 'em blue.
So technically, be like, okay, this is an Easter movie. I'm not gonna watch this at Easter. This is a freaking Christmas movie. It's drenched in the Christmas stuff, but it just takes place in Easter. Well, why is that? Point is, the time and place doesn't always dictate, but sometimes it does. But we're not talking about these things. Let's figure out, when does Nightmare Before Christmas take place? Well, the movie ends on Halloween night. They do their little, like, Halloween parade or whatever, and that is the beginning of the movie. It starts out with a big "This Is Halloween" song, very Halloween-y, and then the rest of the movie presumably takes place throughout November and December. So, okay, case shut, right? It's a Christmas movie, right? It takes place throughout the peak Christmas months, right? So, there you go. It's a Christmas movie, and the rest of the movie is about them, you know, trying to take over Christmas and make Christmas or whatever. So as one point, it definitely takes place throughout Christmas. But this moves on to our next point, which is the vibe. That's right. Now, the vibe is a key factor in this. Like I've spoken about with stuff like the Rise of the Legend, Guardian, whatever. That is very vibey in the Christmas stuff. So I'd be like, that's a Christmas movie, right? And same with, like I said, Die Hard. Die Hard is not, at its core, really a Christmas movie. But it's like drenched in the Christmas colors, you got kind of Christmas music in it, it literally ends with "Let It Snow." Yeah, the vibe definitely helps. But what is the vibe of Nightmare Before Christmas? Well, I would say its biggest thing, I mean, its most popular song pretty much, is "This Is Halloween." And that is a very vibey Halloween song. Even if you're somebody who's like, oh, this is a Christmas movie, can you honestly tell me that if you listen to this soundtrack past Halloween, you're really gonna keep on "This Is Halloween"? That is a Halloween song through and through. Now, the rest of the soundtrack, you could say maybe it's kind of Christmassy, maybe it's not. I think it's pretty Halloween-y for the most part. Aside from maybe Making Christmas or obviously What's This? That's pretty much a Christmas song. I mean, come on. I would say the vibe is still very Halloween-y. Like, sure, there's Christmas imagery here and there. You got the Christmas tree, you got like kind of Christmas stuff. So I don't know, it's a mixed bag, and it is very subjective. I mean, art is subjective, but I mean, that is very subjective. A vibe is extremely subjective. And not to mention, you literally have Santa in the movie. Like, Santa's in the movie. If Santa is in a movie, that makes it pretty Christmassy, right? Now, another big part of the vibe is the music. I've already spoken about part of the music here, but the score by Danny Elfman is very Halloween-y. Now, his scores inherently sound Halloween-y, but it has that whimsical kind of vibe to it, which does have some Christmas elements, but I would say at its core is very Halloween-y. Let's move on to the final. This will be the nail in the coffin, okay? Hammering it in. What is this movie, okay? This needs to be settled because it's bothering me. Not really, but for the sake of this video, it is bothering me. So let's figure it out, which is, does it have any core themes? Okay, wait a second. That's not the last one. I thought this was the last. This is the before last ones. This is not the nail in the coffin, but it is part of whatever. We're gonna pretend it's the nail in the coffin for the what's going to be the last one. Core themes can really define what a movie is, obviously. And like I said, you can have the vibe, you can have the music, you could have the imagery, but at the end of the day, what makes a movie a Christmas movie or a Halloween movie really has to do with its core themes. Does the plot have a lot to do with Christmas? Is there anything thematic that has to do with the Christmas season or the Halloween season that maybe the characters have to go through? Just anything relating to themes in the movie about Christmas. And I would say Nightmare Before Christmas, definitely. But really, at the end of the day, the central theme of Nightmare Before Christmas has nothing to do with either. It really just has to do with more like kind of midlife crisis, identity crisis type stuff, which is what Jack's going through. Him being done being the Pumpkin King like for years, just getting really tired of it and just trying to move on.
But you're the Pumpkin King.
Not anymore.
Really, the Christmas and Halloween stuff is just a vehicle for what Jack's character arc is. But that being said, there are a lot of themes of Christmas in here. Like, I mean, very much Jack not really understanding what Christmas really means or what it's about, kind of what makes it really special. He understands kind of the vibe and what does it, but at the end of the day, he kind of fails because he's not meant to be a Christmas guy. He's a Halloween guy. I would say most of the themes definitely fall way more into Christmas. So yeah, it's really a tie here. Like, what is it? Like, you have really strong Halloween vibes, but a lot of theming to Christmas. This is very weird. And I am a 24-year-old man trying to debate this. What am I doing with my life? Who knows? But I gotta figure this out. Okay, so now we're on the final nail in the coffin. What is this movie, okay? Is it a Halloween movie? Is it a Christmas movie? Well, to that I say we have to go to, what does the creator say? Now this is a big one because, I mean, at the end of the day, look, art is very subjective. It's really all about what you take away from something. But I would say at the end of the day, the creator has a lot of authority on what something means or what something is. And thankfully, we do have an answer on this. Henry Selick talked about it at one point, and this movie is, drumroll, add in some drumming noises to make it cool. This is really lame. It is a Halloween movie. That's right, in 2015, Henry Selick said it was a Halloween movie. So I think that puts it... Wait a second. Another new quote from this article from the New York Post. He says it's a Christmas movie now. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, Henry Selick says, what does he say? Let's listen to this. He says, 30 years after I directed the film, beneath its candy corn coating, skeletons and vampires, corpse, child, and witches, I know Nightmare at its heart is a Christmas movie. Henry, you're not helping this. You're not helping this debate, okay? You just said it wasn't a Halloween movie. Now it's a Christmas movie. What is happening here? Okay. I guess it's a Christmas movie then. I'll say my opinion on what I think. I personally think it's a Halloween movie because, like he did say here, it has a lot of the coding of Halloween movies. But I guess at its core, it is a Christmas movie. At the end of the day, what really matters is how did you grow up watching this movie? Did you watch it during the Halloween times? Then boom, it's a Halloween movie. Did you watch it during the Christmas times? Then boom, it's a Christmas movie. It really has to do with childhood.
Happy Halloween! Merry Christmas!
But I guess it is a Christmas movie. As much as I might not like to admit it, because I for years have been saying this is a Halloween movie. But I guess Henry proved me wrong. So, sorry. It's a Christmas movie. I still think it's a Halloween movie, though. I mean, come on. It's got the skeletons, it's got the candy, it's got everything. It's got the Christmas stuff in it, but I mean, come on. It's a Halloween. I guess Henry's right. It's fine. It's fine. Henry said his piece. So, honestly, it's kind of the best in-between movie. Like, usually I watch it as the last movie on Halloween because it's the perfect bridge to Christmas. So, there you go. That's what it is. I hate myself. I guess all of this meant nothing. Well, whatever. Anyways, thank you for watching. Subscribe, please. That'd be great. Subscribe for more weird, niche, existential topics. And watch me go insane. I want to go outside even though it's, like, very hot. So, yeah. Go outside.
I just can't wrap my head around this, Titan. How is this not a Halloween movie? I mean, does this make any sort of sense to you in your mind? I just don't understand. Frickin' Henry Selick! Why'd you change your mind? What? Okay.